Guys, today's video is actually going to be a bit more different. I know always it's me just talking, walking you guys through the experiences that I've learned, some of the things that I've seen. But on today's video, I actually want to do something different. I came across the law of attraction a couple of years ago, and truly speaking, my life has changed. When I came across it, I was like 19 years old at that time, and I started learning a bit more about it. I tried to apply to see what's going to happen, and within maybe a few months to a year's time frame, my life flipped. I got out the hood. I lived a different life and all that. I came across a video from Bob Proctor, and I started studying more on it, and I watched more on it. With that came more understanding, and with understanding came as well me being able to actually practice it much more better. But without wasting time, I actually do have that exact same video that I was able to use, that I was able to learn from, and I want us to now go over it. In fact, I felt like I needed it to be able to just look at it, just so I can refresh my mindset and be able to move forward. But I decided, since this journey is not just my journey, I might as well share it with you. So let's just see what Bob Proctor has to say on explaining the topic of the law of attraction, since he's actually the expert of the law of attraction.
Hello there and welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. And I'm going to take you back a little in time. There's no PowerPoints. There's no great technology. I'm going to use a flip chart because I want this to be in real time, and I want to explain something to you that not many people really understand. I want to talk about the law of attraction. Do you know that the law of attraction is always working? It's like the law of gravity. If I let this go, it's going to go down. It's never going to go back up. It's going to go down. That is the law of gravity. Anything heavier than Earth is attracted towards the center of the world. Well, the law of attraction is always working. Now, how does it work? Well, I use a diagram to explain the mind. Now, let this circle represent your mind.
One thing that I like to is that he's mentioning that the law of attraction is always working, which means that whether you like it or not, it is working. It's more like gravity. You can't say, oh, I don't like the concept of gravity, so I'm not going to work or use that concept. It's still working whether you like it or not. So that's just how the law of attraction simply is. It's either you're working against it, or it works against you, or it works for you.
And let this little circle here represent your body. Now I want you to think of this for a moment. Your body is a molecular structure. This is a massive energy and a very high speed of vibration. If you looked at your body through a microscope, you'd see that energy dancing right before your eyes. And here's something that'll keep you thinking for the next 20 years. When you move out of it, the body does not stop moving. If you go to a funeral parlor and pick up the remains and look at it, you will see it moving. And if it wasn't moving, how would it ever change to dust? You move into your body and you will move out of it. And it's how you use your mind that's going to dictate the vibration you're in. Now stay with me. You have an imaginary line right across here, and that separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. Now the subconscious mind has been programmed. When you were a little baby, this is the way it was. You're just like this. Subconscious mind wide open, and everything that was going on around it went right in there. And all the energy that went in there when you were just a little baby formed something called a paradigm. Now a paradigm is information. It's a multitude of habits. You are the product of your environment, but prior to that you were the product of a genetic strain that goes back for generations. Now I'm going to say that the paradigm is X-type energy. Now you've got the ability here on a conscious level to think, and you can think anything you want to think. And as you think, you build ideas. There's a power that's flowing into your consciousness. It never stops. It flows to and through you. You can actually photograph this power leaving you. It flows to and through you. Now as it flows in, you will...
One thing that I like real quick before we continue with this powerful thing that is saying is that you can think anything that you want, right? So this actually does make sense in terms of you being able to understand that everything, even if someone, now you're sitting here and someone walks up to you and they say something negative to you, you are in control of your thoughts. You can think, okay, this person said something negative to me, and I'm this big guy, you can't say anything wrong to me. In fact, you know what, I'm going to show them that they can't say this, and I'm going to fight them. You understand? That's your thought. You thought it, now you're acting it. Or you can be like, you know what, this guy's probably mad, he probably has issues. Whatever the case is going on with him, I'm not going to entertain him, because if I entertain him, it's just me stepping down to his level. I thought of it and then I still acted it. So mostly people you are in control of your thoughts. Like no one has control over your thoughts. How you react, how you see things, like the things that you act on, it's all up to you being in control of those exact same thoughts. So if you can try to at least control the thoughts, there's a high chance that you can win. But let's just continue and see what Bob Proctor has to say.
You'll start thinking, and you'll probably think X-type thoughts. Therefore, you're going to be in an X-type vibration, and that will produce X-type results. Now, it's the results you want to change. And to change the results, you're going to have to change what you attract. You see, the thoughts that you think control the vibration that you're in. Vibration is nothing but an idea. It's a law of the universe. Everything vibrates, nothing rests. We live in an ocean of motion. And it's the thoughts that you're thinking that you impress upon your subconscious mind that control the vibration the body's in. And that dictates how you act, but it also dictates what you attract. You attract energy that's in harmony with you. You attract people that are in harmony with you. You see, everything operates on frequencies. There's an infinite number of frequencies, but you and I operate on a frequency just like a radio station does. And the only music you can attract is the music that is tuned into the vibration you're in. Now,
if let's say for instance you are playing a radio and you set it on a frequency, like a specific frequency like 98.3 or 100 point something, that exact same frequency, it's gonna play you audio from that frequency. You can't put it on 90 frequency and it plays you audio from 70 frequency. So where we're going with this is that your thoughts automatically become like, how what you're thinking. You have good thoughts, you feel good, that's your vibrations. You feel good. Once you feel good, you're also going to attract good people around. You can't be good, feeling good, being happy and all that, and attract like negative and bad things. No, you attract good people, you attract good vibrations, because people that are going to be coming with negativity, they're not going to survive, they're not going to last long. Yes, they might try to act as if, just to blend in and be along, your energy to try to take it, but they won't survive, because it will just filter them out. And then automatically what the results are going to show. You thought good thoughts. Oh, I'm thinking of, I don't know, starting to take care of myself. That's a good thought. Vibration, I start feeling good about myself. Like, I'm feeling like, okay, I really need to love myself more. I have all those feelings. And now outcomes and results, I actually do the job, like in terms of me being able to take care of myself, me doing the actual processes that, get me those exact same results. And when I do see results, I can't be shocked because I thought it, I felt it, and as well, I done the job, and now I'm able to experience the outcomes. Let's see what Bob still has to say.
The paradigm that has been controlling the vibration. You can change your thinking, but that doesn't do anything. You got to change the paradigm. And if you don't change the paradigm, nothing happens. Now, talking about paradigms is another subject. We'll do that at another time. But it's the thoughts that you think that control the vibration you're in, and that dictates what you attract. So if you keep attracting what you don't want, understand this. It's the paradigm that's causing the problem. You can think a Y-type thought, which is totally different than the X-type conditioning. It isn't going to go anywhere. Because when you go to get emotionally involved, and this is the emotional mind, when you go to get emotionally involved with that Y-type thought, the paradigm will kick it out. You know why? It's so uncomfortable. That's stepping out of the box. That's doing things different. And we don't like to do things different because it causes a lot of discomfort.
One thing that I like real quick before we continue is he mentioned the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So the two difference with that is understanding the conscious mind is where you are more conscious of what's happening. You can control it. You can say, oh, I'm seeing myself think about this. Let me change and think of this. But the subconscious mind is where those deep thoughts come from. Like those deep thoughts, especially the ones that it's either you got them from childhood or you got them from people that have been in your life telling you, like if someone always tells you, you fed, or you're not good, or you bad, all every day for like maybe 3 years, even on the 4th year when that person's no longer in the picture and things like that, you will have those feelings and thoughts of, oh, maybe I'm bad, or maybe this is not working out because I'm bad. So those are subconscious thoughts, and it's very important to be able to just flip up the switch so that you're able to control both the conscious and as well the subconscious. But the best way is by taking massive control over the conscious and then allowing the ones that get filtered into the subconscious to be the ones that you are the one that actually allowed it to, instead of it just happening manually or randomly. By the way, it does happen randomly, so you better have to be the one that actually is in control. Let's see what Bob has to say.
But understand this. The paradigm and the thinking control the vibration you're in. And the vibration you're in is going to dictate what you attract. People that are in a poverty consciousness will continue to attract lack and limitation. It has nothing to do with this, what's going on here. This is your educated mind, and you could gather all kinds of information. Have you ever wondered why some people have such an educated mind? They have degrees coming right off the end of their business card, but it doesn't show up in their results. Why? Paradigm. The law of attraction. You've got to change this. You've got to change the vibration you're in, and your whole world changes. Listen, in 1961, a man gave me this book, and he said, do exactly what I tell you. He was giving me Y-type ideas. It caused an enormous amount of discomfort, but I did exactly what he said. And you know something? My income went from $4,000 to $175,000 in a year, and then I took it over $1 million. It took me 9.5 years to figure out what happened. This is what I'm showing you. Watch this over and over and over again. There's a number of lessons in here. And another lesson, I'm going to show you how to change the paradigm. When you change the paradigm, the change in results is automatic. You know why? You start to attract something new, something different. And what we want to do is program in positive information and eliminate the negative. I'm going to show you how to do that. Law of attraction. You attract according to the vibration you're in. This thing we live in is a molecular structure. Your body is a mass of energy. Do you know if you put your body in front of an infrared television camera in a completely dark room, your whole being would be nothing but a glistening, radiating, gleaming form? Feeling is conscious awareness of the vibration we're in. When we don't feel good, we're in a negative vibration. You want to feel good? Move into a positive vibration. Stop and think of what you're grateful for. But understand this, you will never attract to you wealth, happiness, health until you get the paradigm and get you on that frequency. It's Bob Proctor, and thank you.